So as you can see, I've already taken the Bluetooth module to pieces to look at its parts, and one of the reasons why I chose this Bluetooth headset is because I've used it in a project before, and a couple of things why I like it. Number one is because it's cheap, and number two is you've got the volume control switches here, and they're on a separate PCB with the wires leading off here, so it makes it very easy for me to modify. Tactile switch there for the on and off. Again, I can solder onto the sides and put a bigger tactile switch in, makes it a lot easier. The microphone and speaker here are also not directly soldered to the PCB, so again, makes it a lot easier for me to modify and extend them. The charger as well is separate to the main PCB board. What you would normally do is there's two brass contacts inside this box. You put it inside its box and plug it in to the side to charge it. So when you take this box apart, there's this little PCB inside, and what we can do is I'm going to cut that down a little bit and desolder this. So we've got a separate PCB board for the charger. I can just run two wires off, solder them onto the two copper contacts underneath there. Makes it a lot easier for me to modify. So let's get on then and see how we're going to build this. So I just wanted to show you here, I've soldered two wires to the sides of the tactile switch. So now when I touch these two wires together here, it should turn on. There you go. And I touch them again, hold them down. Turns off. Okay, I thought I'd show you this part because what I've decided to do, I got one of these gloves off Amazon. They're used to apply body creams and makeup and things like that and protect the hand, and I intend to use this as a lining to go inside this glove to keep the electronics etc. separate from the skin. And instead of running wires like this, even though this is a thin wire, running wires to the microphone and the speaker, obviously you'd have two wires each, so that's four wires altogether. I mean, you might be able to feel that through the actual glove, and it might irritate you after a while. So what I've decided to do is I got some normal household wire, and hopefully you can see that on camera, and I split it and took out some copper strands, and I threaded them through a needle, and I'm going to stitch the wire tracks up through into the little finger and the thumb. This is a household wire, just normal household wire, and I'm hoping that'll be a lot better than actual putting this thicker wire in place, to be a lot more comfortable. So I'm going to get on with that, and I'll show you what it looks like when I've finished. So I thought I'll quickly show you how I'm sewing this copper wiring, because I have got it down to a bit of a technique now, and I'm a lot neater than the first couple I did. So I found it a lot easier if you do this with your needle. And then once you've done that, just pull it through. Make sure you don't get a kink in here. So that's all the stitching finished now, and if I flip it over, as you can see, that's the first two I did along there, and I did get a little bit better with practice. And make sure it's not too tight, you still want to be able to stretch it. And also, if you put a piece of cardboard inside, it does help a lot your stitching. If I turn it inside out, you can see there's not a lot of stitching through on that side at all. It's all on this side, which obviously, because it's going to be lining the glove, it's going to be in between the wool and that, so it shouldn't cause a problem, and it's a lot more flexible than having a couple of wires in there, I think. So I just wanted to show you where I'm at the minute. Basically, I've roughly got all this wiring done now. They're the tactile switches just there, and I intend to put them in the sleeve of the glove. It's doubled over. I'm going to pick it out and open it up and put them underneath. Tactile switches I'm using, I just thought I'd show you that a little bit bigger than the normal tactile switch, and I got these for a project and never used them, and I got a big bag of 30 for I think £2 off eBay, and they come with these big yellow tops with them, and what I'm hoping to do is use it like a rivet, is make a little hole and come up with this through the hole, and then these just click on, so hopefully it'll fix itself in place a little bit like a rivet. I haven't connected the battery yet. I'm going to do that very last. Here's the charger port, and hopefully that'll wire in and go underneath the back side of the sleeve of the glove. This I'm going to shorten down a little bit more, so it's just on the back of the hand around here, the actual circuit board of the Bluetooth, but yeah, it's coming together well. So I just wanted to show you this, what I've done. Instead of trying to extend the LED so you can see it through the glove, I've just hot glued a little piece of Perspex rod on top of the LEDs, which I'll trim down when I've got it mounted to the glove to the correct height, so it's not sticking out too much. So now if I press the on, it lights up through the rod, so I don't have to mess around with the LEDs, because they are extremely small on here, the surface mount. So a good way I've found to attach the wires down and give them some strain relief as well is just soldered it to the, this is the microphone wire, wrap it around a few times and put a solder blob on, then get your hot glue gun and put a little small amount on there like that, and then very quickly use your finger, push it down and slowly peel your finger away like so. You get a nice string relief hole. So now we're at a stage where we've finished working on this part of the glove now. I've attached all the wires up, the microphone, the speaker and everything else. I didn't glue this PCB down, I actually sewed it down, because I thought hot glue might feel it on the back of your hand when you're wearing the glove, so I sewed that in. Switches are all in place here, and if we flip it over, you've got the power charging jack there and the battery, and all these wires and everything are going to be hidden inside the elastic wrist part of this glove. I've already picked it apart, so when it folds over like that, hopefully it's going to keep everything in place and it'll be comfortable to wear. Left the wires kind of long, because obviously you'll be stretching it, don't want to pull any wires out. So now I've just got to get this glove inside this glove, and then we're just about finished. So here we go, here's the finished glove. I just restitched all this back together again and put all the electronics in between that bit there. Buttons on there, PCBs on the back of the hand here, and you've got the speaker in the thumb and the microphone in the little pinky finger, and if we turn it on, There we go, blinking LED. So relatively simple, a few sewing skills are needed, but a little bit of patience and you can build one of these things.